guys, it's Alejandra. So today's video is going to focus on beginners eyeshadow. There's going to be some tips and tricks, and I don't want to make this intro too long, but I did dye my hair red, and I will be doing an update on my hair like more later, because what I did last time when I dyed my hair purple, I filmed like the first day and then my hair faded. You know, I want to do a more accurate review, so yeah. And then I'm going to tone it down before school, so I'll probably just show you guys the video when I tone it down before school, which is in like a week. So yeah, for this video I am not going to be showing like the exact product names. Like, I'm going to be using this from this palette, or you need this, like I'm going to be using this brush. You know, I want you guys to be open-minded to any eyeshadow and brushes you guys would like. I'll just be showing you guys like the basics, like you need a light color, a dark, medium, you know, so you guys can, so I can leave it up to you, you know. And the brushes I'm going to be using are like from, well, there's like two from e.l.f. So it just, you know, to show you that you guys can use any brushes. They're basically the same. You don't need to go out and buy like a $50 brush, you know, because the e.l.f. ones do the exact same thing and they're just for $1. So yeah. And yeah, what I did was already primed my eyes. Oh, and this video is going to be like a kind of like a talk through, because I want to show you guys. And when you're doing voiceovers, like you tend to forget stuff, you know. So that was a big blab. So I just primed my eyelid and I also set it. So basically, before any eyeshadow, you guys need to prime. You guys can go out and buy a primer, an eyeshadow primer, or you guys can use a concealer and then just set it with your with any light skin tone, you know, shadow that goes with with a skin tone eyeshadow. Or you guys can use your own powder, you know, your face powder, and then just set it in there, because what that helps to do is prevents any creases. So any creases within your eyeshadow, so you know, if you're out partying, you know, you're sweating, and then sometimes, if you guys will notice, it creases right here and then it cracks. It does some little cracks, and it just leaves some like spots, you know, some ugly spots, and you guys don't want that. So if you guys prime your eyelid, it will prevent that from doing it. So I already did it, and I just primed my eye with just this shadow, because it's like really similar to my skin tone, and I'm just gonna be focusing on this eye. Okay, so once that is done, I'm just gonna come closer. You're also gonna need a fluffy brush. Let me just tell you guys the essentials that you guys pretty much need. You guys can live life with just a flat brush and a blending brush. This is okay, so I'm going to be doing like a brown one, so I'm going to be focusing on browns. And always pick a transition color to work with, because the transition color will help you guys blend everything together. So say you're already adding a whole bunch of black into your crease and you do not like it and you want to smoke it out, you go back to your transition color and fix it. Always have a transition color. Pick a transition color like in every look. That's like the best tip I can give you guys. And it's like a pretty light eyeshadow, so I'm just going to be using this light pale like grayish tone, and ooh, it went over my gray. So whenever you're tapping, always tap like above the shadow so it could go back into the shadow, and if you need it, you can pick it up. Don't try not to tap it in the air, and never brush it, because that's unhygienic. So what I like to do is you're just gonna apply it to the crease, and I don't go ahead and add a shadow first, because if there's a shadow right here and while you're blending, it's gonna fade away anyways. So you just want to go in windshield wiper motions like a rainbow, just up and down. And if you grab the brush more over here, it's going to apply a lot more pressure and make it more defined, rather than if you hold it in the middle, you get less pressure. And if you hold it all the way in the back, it gives you the lightest pressure like ever, and it's much easier to blend. There's just different techniques to holding the brush, and I'm sorry for my brows, they're really ugly. So what I like to do is really blend that in. And I like to extend it out over here, and as you can tell, that's like so natural. Like this one is super natural. Your transition color is pretty much really natural. It's a color that will help you blend all your look together. It like builds it up. It's really important. Okay, so what I like to do is build up the crease. You're gonna want to add some dimension. So then I go in with the second darkest shade. You can also just do this, the darkest shade, and then put your main color, but I like to work with like 5 shadows. And it's like a lot, but it does help. So then I go in with this one. I'm gonna be using like these colors right here, and I like to go in with that one and go right here in the outer parts, if that makes sense. So see how messy that is? That doesn't matter. You're just gonna want to pretty much pack in the product here, and then how I like to blend it is blend down. You're pretty much focusing. You're not gonna do the same thing and apply it everywhere. You're just gonna want to focus it right here, and then whatever's like left, you could bring it into the crease, which is just gonna define it even more. So that is that. And then, like I said, go back in with your fluffy brush, because this brush is so essential, because it just helps it helps it make like seamless, you know, blending, not having like, you know, you're basically wanting it to know that you don't want people to know where you start and where you end. That's the whole point of this look. And I'm just gonna go ahead and blend until you like it. So this is pretty much where I like it to be. And then I'm gonna go ahead and apply a shadow, and this is the, you know, just a plain eyeshadow brush, and you guys can pick any color. So it can be like a pink or a gold. I really like the gold, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply it on the brush. And what I like to do is I like to like tap down, you know, bring it down and then tap it, just so it can get the most product out of it. And then you're just gonna want to apply it all over the lid. And a trick to this, you can also wet the brush, and I like to just spray a little bit on my hand and then just wet the brush and then go over it with the same eyeshadow and apply it again on the lid. And this helps to make the shadow much more pigmented, and it gives it more metallic look to it, as you guys can tell. I don't know if you guys, hopefully you guys can tell. It gives it a much more pigmented look, and it just looks way prettier. And when you're doing that, I just like to pat it in motions just to make sure that it looks as pigmented and not go like this, because it takes away the product. And then what I like to do is go back in with my transition color, and I just did what I told you guys not to do, but I go in with the transition color and then blend it right here, since, because you know how I said don't show where you started and ended, you know. And that's basically it. So what we're gonna do next is I'm just gonna grab this slightly tighter brush and then just grab any white color or any, you know, you need your eyebrow highlight. So it's usually like almost like your skin tone, like a color that matches your skin tone. And then I just like to concentrate it right here at the high point of the brows, and then whatever, I just drag it over here. And then last step is I go in with this color again, and see how the color of the lid came off a little bit. You guys can go back in with it and then just concentrate it towards the outer parts and give it a little bit more pigmentation. This is just this, you don't have, and you guys can just end it like this and put your mascara and stuff like that, but I like to add a highlight, and you guys can just use also your cheek highlight or anything, and then just apply into the center of your eye. And what this does, it helps your eye look more awake. And I also like to apply more onto the brow. Okay guys, so that was the finished look. Super simple and easy, but I was just showing you guys the basics. You guys can use this with any colors that you guys want, and the most important brushes, if I could say, is like just a plain eyeshadow brush and then a fluffy brush. That's the things that you basically need. You don't need all the extra brushes. That's only if you guys want to do more detailed and be more specific, but if you're just starting off, you're good with just like 2 brushes and you don't need to go buy like super expensive ones. And yeah, hopefully you guys like this video, and I do kind of want to do that did not make sense. I kind of want to do videos where I show you guys how to do specific things, like how to contour, how to apply this, how to apply that, you know, because I kind of imply that you guys already know how to do this. I kind of think, you know, with my videos, but there's some viewers that do not know how to exactly put on this or the proper way. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and if you guys want to know more about my hair, I'll do a video later on, because what I did with my purple hair, I kind of showed you guys like the first 2 days that I had it, and then like after a wash it came off, you know. So I want to wait till I have this. Like, I already know this is gonna last because I've tried this color like several times, but I want to give you guys more details, you know, to be more specific, and I want to tone it down a little bit before I enter school, because this is not an acceptable color for my Health Academy class. Okay, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Bye.